What is the worst Kingdom Hearts game? So for my dozen of seconds of research and just chatting to the biggest Kingdom Hearts fan I ever know, my girlfriend, I have to say, it seems that Chains of Memory seems to be the worst game of the bunch. But is it really that bad? Well, I played it recently and I decided to give you needlessly deep dive on this game. You probably see how long this video is. It is needlessly long, but we will go through the whole story to understand what's happening in the Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory, because surprisingly, this game is very important in this franchise, even though it seems like a spin-off that just came out originally on GBA. So, without further ado, let's begin needlessly deep dive into worst Kingdom Hearts game. Game starts with a quick montage of last game, which is good as this spin-off is a direct sequel to the first game. Starting off where we left off in the first game on the field following Pluto, but then a dark, mysterious hooded figure appears. Remember that drip? Because you will see it a lot in this franchise. A lot. Then we have this girl drawing badly. And if you are confused, I cannot blame you, as none of this was shown in the first game, but don't worry, it will all be explained. Oh my god, is that the castle from the drawing? What? Oh, it's Sora and the gang, and now they are in the black abyss with nothing but this weird castle that seems as if it was designed by an architect with no concept of gravity. Wow. It's official, Goofy and Donald became mimes. Oh, I forgot to change my underwear. Something stings. Oh, it's just Sora. Oh, and casual trespassing. If this was Texas, you guys would be dead. And the owner of the castle would feast on stuffed duck and dog jerky that night.
Hey, you think it's okay to barge in?
Goofy knows. Goofy knows the rules. He has seen it before firsthand. He had to take a life himself when someone trespassed. Why did she want to sell him those cookies? She could have lived still if she just looked somewhere else. Why did she want to raise money for the charity? Those goddamn scouts. Why? Why? Golly.
But we gotta do it if we're gonna find the king.
The king? King Mickey's here?
Something just told me he'd be here, okay?
Really? 'Cause now that you mention it, I was kinda thinking the same thing.
What a goddamn good-for-nothing hypocrite. Be ashamed of yourself, Goof. Be ashamed. Talking of being ashamed, just look at the interior design of this place. Like, what is this? It looks like Kim K's and Kanye's old place.
Kanye.
Yeah,
I'm here to ask 73 questions.
I'm ready.
Babe, this is for me.
Oh.
The kids are in the room.
Yeah.
50, she built this whole huge empire.
What's the most overused phrase right now?
Probably it's lit.
Seriously? Me too. One look at this castle, and I just knew. Our very best friends. They're here.
Yup, guess great minds think alike.
Wait, hey, hold on.
Oh my god, sorry, you're infested. Just squash it now.
It can't be just a coincidence.
No, don't let it jump on you. What the hell, Sora? What the hell? Anyways, they decide to go in farther after Sora, the alpha male, called Goof and Donald betas.
Where are you going?
That way. To the door. Are you scared?
And as always, Goofy is the well-mannered king.
Hey, fellers, shouldn't we shut the door behind us before we go?
Love that for you. Love that for you, Goof.
Sora!
That's it. Who are you?
What? Ah, yes. Oh, yeah? I'll try some magic. Thunder! Come on. Thunder!
Oh, Donald, we were all there, buddy, at one point, you know? Our ones just not wanting to perform. I know, bud. I feel you. I feel you all too well.
Why isn't it working?
I should think it's obvious. The moment you set foot in this castle, you forgot every spell and every ability you ever knew.
Wow, that's very convenient. As if the game designers did not want to make up new spells and new abilities for Sora and the gang in this game. So convenient.
In this place, to find is to lose, and to lose is to find. That is the way in Castle Oblivion.
Castle Oblivion?
Wow, tribal teleportation effect. This guy's so Y2K. Look at Sora, he can't believe it. He's so stunned. Huh?
Here you will meet people that you have known in the past.
That is so convenient for the designers to be able to reuse the assets from the first game. It's crazy how the story conveniences the designers. It's crazy. It's such a coincidence.
And you will meet people you miss.
I miss? Riku! You mean Riku's here?
If what you want is to find him.
Oh no! Alpha May's only weakness. Flower petals, no! Come here, loser.
Huh? What'd you do?
I merely sampled your memories, and from them, I made this.
Holy mother duck, it's a card! What? I wonder if it's a holo. Maybe it's a full art. Oh my god.
To reunite with those you hold dear.
What's this? A card?
Bruh, it's not even PSA graded. What the fuck?
It is a promise for the reunion you seek. Hold the card to open the door, and beyond it a new world. Proceed, Sora. To lose and claim anew, or to claim anew only to lose.
Mate, this child did not know what the card was,
What's this? A card?
and you want him to understand your haiku? I think you have too much trust in Sora.
Come on. Let's go.
So after all this, the game finally starts, and we get to use this card that this mysterious hooded gentleman gave us to go to the first world, which is the Traverse Town. So we go in just to look at another cutscene, but this time we get to read. Woohoo! That's what I want for my video games, reading. So we're in Traverse Town, and yeah, it does look a little bit different, which Mr. Edgy over here explains to us, because basically what he says is what we see is not real. This town is an illusion created by Sora's memory ingrained in the card. Yeah, it totally makes sense. That's normal, isn't it? This is the moment when I understood what people meant when they say that this franchise is bonkers. This sentence is like a sentence that no one ever thought anywhere before this game. This is something you never heard in your life. Illusion of a memory ingrained in a card. You might have thought that this is going to be just a sweet little story of an anime man going around Disney worlds once again saving the world. Just this time with cards? Oh, no, my friends. It is not that simple. My memories? Oh my god, Sora! Oh no, the locust again! Come on, squash it! You have a big feet, just squash it, please! Sora. Anyway, he doesn't squash the bug, but the bug tells us that we lost Donald and Goofy. What? Donald? Goofy? Where are you guys? Oh, there they are. Okay, let's just talk about the mechanics of this game. So this game is a card game, and essentially Goofy and Donald don't actually fight with you in the battles like they do in other games. They appear in the battles in forms of cards that just randomly appear whenever you fight. So they actually added the story reason. Basically, whenever you go through the rooms, they disappear into the cards, and they're at the mercy of the cards, according to Mr. Edgelord. So this is a tutorial stage, so let's talk a little bit more in depth about the gameplay. Oh my god, the Locust! Oh my, squash it, Sora! Oh, it's Jiminy. Still, squash it, Sora, please. Oh, Sora. Anyways, so let's talk about the gameplay a bit more. So this game is unique to other Kingdom Hearts games due to the fact that it uses cards to play, but mechanically, or just it feels like Kingdom Hearts 1 in terms of gameplay. You even got a roll from the very start of a game, unlike Kingdom Hearts 2. Nomura is just an evil man. But yeah, it's almost the same thing, except every attack, magic, and heal are represented by a card in your deck. When you press X, Sora does whatever the card tells him to do. When you use a card, it disappears until you reload the deck, and each time you reload, the reload counter increases to maximum of 3. So it's not too bad. As I said, Donald and Goofy don't join you in battle in the same way they do in other games. Instead, they are cards which spawn during the battle. Their cards, unlike normal cards, do not get replenished whenever you reload the hand, but they do spawn quite often, so it's not an issue. Are you getting all of this so far? It is definitely a unique battle system that works, and it is an interesting concept which could have been great if it was used again in the future. But there's a good reason why it isn't. Yes, it is interesting as it adds strategy to what was quite simple combat in the first game. You can just use random cards if you want to win, as cards have values from 0 to 9, and basically it's kind of like Game of War, where higher value wins. And it's basically against your cards and enemy cards. You can also do something called stocking, which is not the same as stocking that Goofy likes to do. Oh yeah! No, it's just stacking your cards, so essentially you can select 3 cards and use them all at once in a combo. This adds the value of the cards together, which means, you can defeat enemies' higher cards. To prevent you from spamming combos, each time you stock cards, the first cards that you selected is removed from the deck until end of the battle. Which means if you keep just spamming combos, you will be left with only few cards at the end. There's a way around this, as you can just make sure that you always use the companion cards, so Goofy's or Donald's cards, that spawn during the battle as your first card, as you don't get to keep them anyway after you use them. The problem is that if enemy uses cards with value 0, this will block your combo. But you can use the same tricks when you're fighting a boss. Did you get all of that? I know it's confusing, but it's quick to get to. And it all will be good and dandy if not the fact that you have to do this, and all while avoiding damage and reloading cards. You don't have a pause button or anything. That this is a real-time battling system. Despite working like FF encounters where you attack enemies on the map and go into a separate battling screen, you still fight in real time. This is where my brain fails me, especially during boss battles. You have ability to do special moves if you combo specific cards together, for example, all that stuff, but I'm just too slow to be able to do, those kind of things. Like, you have to choose the right card, avoid the enemies, 0 cards, and survive all at once while trying to do those combos. I feel the Game Boy Advance version, due to the speed of a gameplay and not being in 3D, makes it easier to do, and I don't find it as unreasonable, because if you don't know, this version that I'm playing is actually a remake that was done later on for PS2. But yeah, battling system, it has a lot of downsides and it's hard to fully enjoy. But yeah, anyways, let's get back, because this game is just partly the battles. It's mainly cutscenes with some battles in between. So let's get back to the meat of the game. Actually, before we go back to the story, last little bit about the cards. So essentially, every level is based off different rooms. Rooms are opened with cards that are dropped by enemies, and those cards have different effects, like they can make the Heartless sleepy, or they can make it so that it's completely dark in the room. So it's kind of cool. There's a bit of RNG into it, because the doors might have different requirements of different level of cards that you need. Sometimes it could be as high as 99, sometimes it could be 2, and it is randomized, so you kind of play differently each time, and you can manipulate the rooms, so you have a level of control there, which I kind of like. I'm not gonna show you every room of every level because they're all the same. It's boxy levels with exactly the same design, but with just different textures. So we're not gonna be looking at them past Traverse Town. But now let's go back to the story because we go to a room that we already know, or that at least seems familiar. If you played the first game, you definitely recognize this room. And oh, Donald and Goofy just randomly can be here. I get you, Donald. I'm confused too, buddy. And here we meet a familiar face.
Things keep getting strange. What's Pluto doing here?
Goofy, how can you stand for one of your kind to go around naked on 4 legs like that? What the hell, Goofy? You disgust me.
Golly.
And here's the first example of the gang having problems with their memory. Though to be fair, Donald at that point was 70 years old, so maybe he just has dementia. Oh my god, it's an insect again. Smash it. Come on, Goofy. Goofy, you have big feet as well. Please, just smash him. Just squash him, please. Oh, Goofy. The bug gives us a bit of exposition, basically explaining the bad level design in this game. Basically saying that this is not the actual Traverse Town, or none of the worlds are actual worlds. They're just basically rooms in the castle. And Sora says what we all think. Who cares about all that? It's too confusing. I agree, Sora. I agree. Belts? Cool quips? Who could it be? No, it can't be. Yes, it's the best Final Fantasy character, finally. So he comes around to chat, but he doesn't know that he's in Castle Oblivion. He thinks he's in Traverse Town, and he does not remember us. Though he knows our name, but he doesn't remember us. Isn't that strange? By the way, get used to it. 90% of conversation in this game are basically that. Something's wrong with his memories, because this game is all about memories, you know, hence the name. Then Yuffie comes in with way too cheerful attitude, clearly accepting the fact that she knows the names but don't know the actual people that the names are attached to. On this one, I'm completely with Leon, that's me. How is it that you can accept the situation so easily? I don't get you. I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. Then we go and meet the rest of the gang with Arif and all. We get it. You don't remember him, but you remember his name. You think you remember him. We got the message. Arif then tells us that memories resonate within our hearts. As in World of Kingdom Hearts, there are no other organs. They haven't discovered the brains exist yet. To simplify, Sora is talking to illusions, which only remember things as he is nearby. And seeing that his memories create them, the more time he spends with them, the more they remember. Wait, that doesn't make it sound easier or simpler. This is just mumbo jumbo. Anyway, we off again. I'm not really going to show you any rooms because they're all the same. You do the same things. They're just boxy rooms textured as the world we're in. So we're going to just focus on the cutscenes. And we're not even going to go through all of them because here we meet Sid. Exactly the same conversation happens as previously with the rest of the gang. But he does warn us that there is a monster here. And yeah, boss battle happens. And this looks like a familiar monster, doesn't it? Because as we learned earlier, this is all just constructed from our memories. As such, a lot of the bosses and the battles actually repeat, but this time they're with cards. If you played or watched the Let's Play of the first game, which you probably should if you're watching this video, then you know most of the bosses that we meet in the rooms or in the worlds. There are other bosses outside of that, which we'll talk about, but most of the bosses inside of the rooms are the same. With the monster defeated, we meet up with our friends again, who again are still confusing and saying the same things, but they have our back because they are our buddies forever, no matter what. And who doesn't want to be friends with Leon, so I take that. Then Arif, the second best Final Fantasy character, comes up to us and warns us. I don't have all the answers, but I have to tell you something. Your memory's created this time, right? Sorry, could you speak up, Arif? What the hell? That's what the guy who gave me the card said. If that's true, then this town is just figment of your mind. And so are we. But you can't be a figment. You're standing right here. The town is here too. But I'm not really me. I don't remember the things I should. And I sense things I shouldn't. SORA, be aware of your memories. Arif, I can't hear you at all. What the frick, Arif? Speak up. In the journey to come, you'll be faced with more illusions. Sometimes the shadows of your memory will deceive you, try to lead you astray. After the sentence, it's certain we're playing Kingdom Hearts. What exactly does that mean? Did I fucking stutter? I'm sorry. I'm just another illusion. The truth is outside of my reach. Don't say stuff like that. It's depressing. Stay strong, SORA. Don't let the illusion distract you from what truly is important. Okay.
SORA.
Are you ready to go? Golly. Yeah, I'll be right there. Well, I'll better be going. Aerith? Aerith!
Huh? What about Aerith?
Where did she go? I was talking to her. Aerith left with Leon and the others, remember? Oh, gosh. Huh?
You worried us just standing here by yourself?
Is this what she meant? So that's the first floor done, and it only took, oh my god, this video gonna be so long, oh my god. But yeah, we meet with our favorite Edge Lord again. Woohoo!
Well, Sora, did you enjoy meeting your memories?
Yeah, it was good to see everyone. But what do you really want from me?
What do you have to give?
Our heroes are ready to fight him, and if I saw a bipedal dog looking at me like that, I'll be freaking scared. However, a fight doesn't occur because a new fella comes in a very similar robe, but this time without the hood. It is the man, the myth, the legend, Axel. He does kind of look like he just came off the set of Lion King the musical, but he still looks cool.
What do you want?
No hogging the hero.
Then perhaps you'd like to test him.
Perhaps I would. My show now, Keyblade Master. Who am I? Oh, my name's Axel. Got it memorized?
Oh my god, he said the thing, he said the thing!
Sure.
Good. You're a quick learner. So, Sora, now that we're getting to know each other better...
Wow, just look how dope he is. Though I question practicality of his weapon. Just a little bit. So fighting commences, and then we win, and we get a new card. How exciting is that?
Another one? What's it do?
Really? Do you want us to explain that to you again? Come on, Goof. Come on. Oh my god, it's the Locust again. Come on, just one little slap. One little slap on your shoulder. That's it, Sora. It would be so simple. Oh, Sora.
Kinda looks like the card you used when you made Traverse Town.
Wow, thanks for pointing out the obvious. Thanks, Jiminy.
Axel!
Did you really think after that introduction, I would give up oh so easily?
You were testing us.
And you passed. Congratulations, Sora. You're ready now. Ready to take on Castle Oblivion.
Yay, we're ready! Axel is saying that, and Axel is very smart, so yes, we're ready! Let's go, boys, let's go!
You will need to follow your memories. Trust what you remember and seek but you forget.
Again, Axel, you're cool, but remember Sora's like 13, has no education, and let's just be honest, he's more of a looker than a thinker, if you catch my drift. So stop using haikus.
Then you will find someone very special.
You mean King Mickey and Riku?
No, goof. Sylvester Stallone and the Queen. Like, what the hell? This whole franchise is about Riku and freaking Kairi. What the frick, Goofy? You annoy me. Yeah.
You will just have to give some more thought to who it is that's most important to you. Our most precious memories lie so deep within our hearts that they're out of reach.
I'm starting to think that in this universe there actually are no other organs. It's just hearts. Everyone is just like this shell filled with like freaking hearts everywhere. Like, come on, bros. Do some science, bruh. You don't biology much, do you, Axel?
But I'm sure that you can find yours, Sora.
Why me?
You have lost sight of the light within the darkness, and it seems that you've forgotten that you forgot.
The light within darkness?
See, Axel, this is what I'm talking about. You are talking about forgetting that you forgot and some other nonsense like that, but the part that he had a problem with is about the light within darkness, even though this whole franchise is about dark and light and darkness within light and light within darkness and within the heart. Like, Sora is slow, okay? Give him a break. It's almost bullying now, Axel, okay? Calm down.
Would you like me to give you a hint?
Sora, do you need it?
Hell yeah, he needs it. This child is, again, undereducated. You know what? I blame a system. It's not Sora's fault, it's system's fault. But still, this child doesn't know what the card is, so come on. He needs a hint.
I'm gonna figure it out for myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good for you, Sora. You definitely will be able to figure out by yourself.
Good answer. Just what I'd expect from the Keyblade Master. But be forewarned. When your sleeping memories awaken, you may no longer be who you are now.
Gosh, Sora! This place looks familiar. Oh yeah, these are the assets from the first game, golly! So yeah, we're in Wonderland, and yeah, they're reusing the same assets for the actual, the cutscenes, but the rooms and stuff are the same like last one, just reskinned to look like Wonderland. So we're not gonna go through this, but there he comes. The man. Well, not quite a man, but the myth, the legend, the stoned rabbit.
I was gonna go to court before I got high.
So yeah, the rabbits as always is late to the court, so it's the same beats as the first game, and Sora is confused because, there's a whole loss of memory thing that is very, very convenient, so that we can relive the same situations again. So let's continue. We of course follow the rabbit to the courts, which again, very familiar scene. At this point, they fully forgot what's happening and they don't recognize anything because they're surprised that there is a hearing, as if there wasn't in the first game. Just saying. Then my man here, Kyle G, is having a lead solo on the trumpet. And of course, Alice is accused of something, and the Queen of Hearts believes that she is guilty. Guilty of helping the Heartless attack the kingdom. Oh no, what shall we do? Sora, of course, gets involved because he has some kind of hero complex. And that's when the twist comes in, because it seems that this time she is accused of stealing Queen's Heart's memories. So she also is experiencing some kind of amnesia as our heroes. So of course, Queen gets mad at us and wants all of us killed. And Alice does a runner. She just bailed on us. What the hell? That's not cool, Alice. We're out of here, boys! So when we leave, we actually catch up with Alice, who, of course, doesn't remember us. She thinks we're the thieves of memory. Anyway, she's grateful, and Cheshire Cat appears and tells us that we should get Queen's memories back. But how do we do this? Well, it's hard to say, but we just basically leave, just say, see ya, and go back to another familiar room. There, the Queens of Heart is waiting for us. Then she has a stroke or something while she's trying to sentence us to death, and she forgets what she was saying. And then we conclude that someone swiped her memory. But who could it been? Oh my god! We saw him in the first game. So fighting commences. And of course, being legends, we win. So of course, Queens of Heart is annoyed at us and thinks we summoned the beast because, again, royalty are never grateful. That's why we don't need them, let's be honest. If Kingdom Hearts told us anything, is that we don't need royalty. Anyway, she wants to kill us again, but then Alice lies to her. Oh my god. She has never watched Pinocchio. How can Jiminy, right? How can Jiminy look at this and agree with this? Isn't his whole thing to prevent people from lying? What the hell, Jiminy? I blame you for this whole situation. So yeah, Queen leaves. And then, of course, Goofy gets confused as well, and we all laugh. Yeah, that's the floor done. We're flying through this. We are off to the next floor. The most interesting part of the game happens, which is the cutscenes in between floors.
What's wrong, Jiminy?
The fact that he's alive. Come on, Sora, just do us all a favor and just squash him finally.
Well, you see, what Axel said back there worries me. What could he have meant by, you may no longer be who you are?
I may no longer be me. How can I be anyone else?
Of course.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't get this part.
Still, you can't be too careful.
Yep. Feels like just about anything could happen here in Castle Oblivion.
Castle Oblivion.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember.
We'll be okay. Whatever it is they're cooking up, we'll be able to handle it together.
Course we will.
We'll use the power of friendship.
So essentially, our heroes' memories are fleeting, and Goofy remembers a castle, which was the Hollow Bastion from the last game, but Sora or Donald can't remember it.
That was the castle where Sora had to use the Keyblade to free Kyrie's heart. Then he just disappeared, and I was so worried. How could I ever forget that?
Oh, it was when I turned into a Heartless. Wait, that happened in a castle?
You forgot that? Cause I remember perfectly.
And none of them can remember the name of it. After a few chats, they remember some details, but still, no clue what it was called. So they call for Jiminy. They don't squish him, unfortunately, but they call him because his only job in this team is to keep a diary. And guess what? It's freaking empty.
Let's have a look. Oh, how could it be?
What's the matter?
Oh, my entries, they're gone. Every page is blank.
He failed us. Like always, Jiminy failed this team. Like, why do we even keep him? Come on, Sora, just squish him.
All that hard work is gone.
It gives me a strange pleasure to see Jiminy cry. Yeah, let's watch that again. And again. And again. And again. Okay, I'll stop now. Just one more time.
The journal's blank.
And then we see the mysterious bad drawer. Right, so we're back at Colosseum, so familiar place, and there's a cup going on, per usual, because it does seem in Hercules Land they only do cups, that's all they care about. Sora, being Sora, he wants to enter because he loves competition, and this goddamn locusts keep jumping. Bruh, stop getting so excited. Then, oh no, it is Hades, because our heroes seemingly are blind because they haven't noticed him, and he's pissed off because, again, he doesn't like Hercules. His obsession with Hercules is a little bit worrying. But then, something shocking happens. Yes, it's the fourth best character in Final Fantasy comes in, saying that they work with Hades. Oh my god. Why? Why? And he doesn't even know his name. Come on, Hades. It's the Cloud, bruh. What the hell? Oh my, Hades is using the memories against Cloud. He's saying that he can restore them if he kills Hercules. Bruh, if honestly, Hades has his noggin on. That bruh knows how to plan things. That's why he's the best villain, let's be honest. Maleficent who? Ha! So yeah, they have a wee chat and then Cloud leaves on a random direction, like he's not even going towards the Colosseum, so I'm not sure where he's going, but Cloud is out.
Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle, till the very next day, bum, 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 bum.
So after our heroes go through exactly the same rooms again, they meet the man, the myth, the legend, Danny DeVito.
Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?
Who's of course impressed by our skills, but says that we can't defeat Herc. Bro, what is obsession with Hercules, okay? I know he's the golden boy, but come on, bruh. Sora is better. Just look at him.
What's this? A card? What's this? A card?
So Golden Boy, Hercules, appears, and he wants to give us a chance because he is good in heart. Or something like that. Anyways, we get in. And as Phil explains to us that we are the only contestants, our favorite emo soldier appears, Cloud.
Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
No one is questioning anything and they're just accepted into the contest. Sora is his positive self and Cloud is, well, Cloud. Okay, and then we're given some rules by Phil, the man himself. So the rule 1 is first one through the obstacle course wins. Simple. Rule 2, in the event of a tie, a battle will determine the winner. Rule 3, you can interfere with your opponents on the course. And rule 4, all challengers have to give it everything they got. So simple enough. So off we go! Woohoo! So we go through the rooms, which are all exactly the same as the other levels, just this time Hercules themed. But while we go through the rooms, there he is. Cloud, the myth, the legend.
Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
Goofy, of course, being good at heart, always sees the best in people. Gosh, that was nice of him to wait for us to catch up. He's not waiting for us. Remember rule 3, you can interfere with your opponents on the course. But of course we already know that Cloud is not here to fight us or to stop us or to even compete in a cup. His goal is to fight with Herc. But we don't stand for it, okay? Because we are heroes. So fight commences between us and Cloud. We of course epically win, as we always do, but Cloud disappears.
Where are you? And I'm so sorry.
Sora, this is a perfect chance. You can just say that he was competing and you squashed him as one of the rules. Come on, just do it, please. Oh, Sora. Anyway, the bug tells us to go and just catch up with him and go to the finish line. So we do. And then what do we see? Cloud getting defeated by Hercules? Hercules schooled our boy. Epic win, Hercules. Epic win. Sora then joins Hercules because he doesn't believe in equal chances. He wants to kick a dying horse. And then Cloud tells us that he is doing this for his memories, which surprises Sora because up until this point he didn't realize that. And now the best villain ever appears, Prince of Darkness himself, Hades. Sassy as always, he strolls in, he fires Cloud straight up.
You're fired! Okay.
Bruh, that's brutal. And Hades even tells him to get a grip. Bruh, he is honestly takes no prisoners. That's one sassy dude. Hades then takes the matters in his own hands and adds an extra rule. Rule 5, it's never too late to enter the games. Bruh, that's why he's the best villain, right? Who else would do this but our boy Hades? Sora being the hero, he of course steps in between Hercules and Hades and decides to whoop some ass. So let's get that done. Fighting commences. And we win!
This isn't happening.
But unfortunately, the games get cancelled. What? Come on, Phil. Come on. We want to have a match with Hercules, but he says he's too tired. I call that an excuse. But then, our favorite emo man comes back. And he's sorry that he messed up our game. And he leaves all sad. Aww. Sora being a respectful king, he says to Cloud that he wishes Cloud gets his memories back. He says to forget what Hades said and that sometimes the tiniest things can help you get your memories back. How does he know that information? I do not know. Then he does an anime nod. And he says that if it's an important memory, there's no way it could ever be gone forever. I guess he never had to remember a password for like a bank because, bruh, you can never remember that shit. Cloud does a super cool card flip thing. And he basically is our summon now. So you might see that in the future. I'm not sure if it's going to be in the footage. Sora, of course, invites Cloud because, again, respectful king. And Cloud, being a broody emo, leaves. Not interested.
Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
So we're off to the next floor and Donald says something.
Something screwy. Turtle penguins don't trust Spanish.
Play it again.
Something screwy. Turtle penguins don't trust Spanish.
Play it again.
Something screwy. Turtle penguins don't trust Spanish.
I have no clue what he's saying. We need to enable subtitles.
Something screwy. Turtle penguins don't trust Spanish.
Oh, he's saying something screwy. Journal pages don't just vanish. Bruh, you need to work on your speech impediment. Like, I have speech impediment and I work through it. You can do it too, Donald. I believe in you. We need to get you healthcare. Like, King Mickey needs to get you healthcare, bro. What the frick? Bye my ass. Anyways.
What if it's more things?
Huh?
Goofy was telling us about another castle we'd been to. But none of us really remembers it. Do you think? Could it be that we don't remember because we're losing our memories?
This is why someone needs to get this kid a book because, I mean, it took him 3 floors to realize they're losing their memories. My god, Sora. I love you, but my god.
Losing our memories?
Hold on. Remember what that mystery fella said?
I'm not gonna make this joke again. Well, it's not a joke. I genuinely want him squashed, but I will withhold for now. It would be so easy to squash him. My gosh. Oh. Yeah, but I'm gonna stop.
In this place, to find is to lose. And to lose is to find. It must have been our memories he was talking about losing.
So if we keep going, we'll lose more.
Well, that's a pickle, isn't it? Anyway, Sora and the gang finally realize why it's called Castle Oblivion, and that the higher they go in the floors, the more memories they're gonna lose. Which again, is a pickle. Sora having only one thing in his head, he's worried that he's gonna forget about Riku and Kairi. I would be more worried, will I forget how to walk? Will I forget how to, like, you know, control my bowels? Like, what else will I forget? Will they just forget how to breathe and die? Those are valid questions, okay? Those are valid questions. Donald asks if we want to go back, but Goofy is very positive and he thinks we're never gonna forget our friends. I don't know why he thinks that's gonna be the truth, because they already forget a lot of their friends and their friends forget them, but that's fine. That's fine. Goofy is an optimist. You know what? I admire that. Though I'm more like Donald, not gonna lie.
I don't know.
You go! No matter what happens, you won't forget your friends.
Oh. You're right.
So if there's nothing here that can make you forget about your friends, then we have nothing to be scared of. Let's go!
And now we have to Agrabah, and I'm not gonna go into too much details in this world because nothing of interest happens other than Ginny slaps Al. Everything else is basically the same as the first game and the movie. There's Jafar, he wants to be a sultan, you know, he kidnaps Jasmine, but here he uses Heartless, and that's all you need to know. So I'm not gonna go into details, but I'm gonna show you the bitch slap again. There's a boss fight. And then at the end we have, of course, Ginny being free. And off to the next floor.
I hope the kid is gonna be okay.
Why bring that up?
I had to be sure that I hadn't forgotten him.
At this point, Gang is just basically reminding us what the game is about, that Mickey is behind the doors to darkness, and you know, that we're looking for him and that we're looking for Riku as well. However, surprisingly, Kairi is not mentioned. Is the coincidence?
You seem pretty intrigued by this Sora kid.
Are you telling me you're not Larxene?
Haven't decided yet. I think what intrigues me more is what you see in him.
I mean, those beautiful blue eyes, those blonde, dark blonde hair, that smile. Oh, that's so ever addicting smile. Whenever he smiles, it's like the whole world is smiling. A voice.
What's this? A card?
I mean...
There was a time he became a Heartless. And if one becomes a Heartless...
They lose their minds and their feelings. They're consumed by the darkness.
Right, but not Sora. He held on to his feelings even as a Heartless. And there's only one other man who's been able to do just that.
Jerry Seinfeld.
It's the strength of his heart. That's what interests you. Why the Keyblade shows Sora's heart.
To unlock the mysteries of the heart. Isn't that the organization's mission?
Wow, that was painful. Let's go to the next floor. You might be immediately recognizing this place because it's just like the cartoon. Yes, we are in Pinocchio Land. Or, to be more precise, we're inside of Monstro. Apparently, inside of a whale looks exactly like this. Bro, what the hell was he eating? Well, that explains it. Anyway, we meet Pinocchio, our favorite unreal boy, who tells us we're inside of the whale. Wow. To be fair, it's a good information. I would not have guessed it.
Why? I know that voice.
It's a Jiminy moment, unfortunately. We all have to suffer through this, so prepare for painful, painful voice acting. Pinocchio, it's you, come on out! Okay, this was horrible. I want to officially apologize to everyone watching. I will not do this again. Maybe. Is that you, Jiminy? Gosh, I thought I'd never see you again. Right, whenever we were just walking around, he was hopping around the place, but when he sees his best buddy, he's like walking towards him slowly. It's clearly, Jiminy just doesn't want to talk to Pinocchio, and to be fair, would you want to? This guy is a compulsive liar! Just look at him! Anyway, Pinocchio leads us to his father, an elderly man who's single with a cat. Just saying. Then, because all of our characters lost their memory very conveniently, basically they explain the plot of Pinocchio, so let's just move on forward. The little shit, of course, runs away, so we have to find him, and then room commences. We find the little brat, and at this point I just want to remind you that Pinocchio is a doll that was made alive without his consent. He was a doll. He was alive just for a few weeks before this event. And people expect him to do the right thing. Like, this dude doesn't know anything. He's a child. He's basically a toddler. And instead of, like, teaching him anything, Geppetto, you allow him to chill around with Jiminy, who doesn't even follow Pinocchio anymore. He stays with us. So instead of, like, being conscious of this child that doesn't know better, he just travels around different worlds talking nonsense. Jiminy, it's all on you. And you wonder why I hate him. You wonder why I hate him. What are you doing? Geppetto is worried. Turns out he is looking for treasure. No, he was lying. Who could have predicted that? Oh my god, Pinocchio, why? Why? Goofy, being great father, explains to Pinocchio that they're not going to be mad if he just tells the truth. That they will understand. What a real dilf. Anyway, turns out Pinocchio was just looking for a way out, and logically, I do get his point. The deeper you go into the well, the more likely you will find an exit. It might be not the most ideal exit, but you will find it. Then we have a moral lesson about courage, that he should have just courage to tell his father the truth. Because truth requires courage. You know what? Fair enough. But then, before we can get to the Geppetto, a thump, a sound. What is happening? Oh, Pinocchio gets captured by a Digimon. Well, fighting commences. It's probably one of my favorite design of the original bosses from Kingdom Hearts 1. So this one I actually don't mind fighting again, because again, I really like this design. Though he does really look like a Digimon. Anyway, we win, as always, because we're epic. And this time, Pinocchio helps us. Well done, Pinocchio. You found courage. Or you just realize you can jump up and down. But still, I guess that's what's courage in your life. Your conscience is a bug, so that jumping might be courage. Pinocchio then believes that this is the solution to get out of Monstro, you know, shake things up. And he runs off to Geppetto, and we go to what I can only presume is the whale's anus to do a little jumping up and down. You know, loosening that sphincter. We fight some Heartless, and... No, the monster gets a fart! No, we're gonna be pushed out into the ocean and die! Oh, apparently he sucked in the fart. I don't understand his anatomy. But Geppetto and Pinocchio are gone, because I guess animating the whole scene where they're like spit out and they like fight for their lives, maybe a little bit too advanced and a little bit too gruesome as well. And we're off to the next floor.
I I wonder if there's anything we've forgotten.
And oh shit, I forgot the subtitles.
I wonder if there's anything we've forgotten.
Now that's better.
If we did, what would it have been?
The old dilemma of trying to remember what you forgot.
I can't think of anything, so maybe that means that I really am losing my memories.
Since Goofy can't remember anything that he's forgotten, he thinks that he is losing his memories. Because that makes sense.
But whatever they were, they couldn't have been very important memories, right?
Yeah, no, for sure, he's completely right. Wait. What is that smell? What is that smell? Oh shit. Forgot to turn off the stove again.
Right. Or else I don't think you would have forgotten it.
I say it once more, someone needs to get a SORA a book and education.
Look,
What is it?
a good luck charm Kyrie gave me. It's special to her, so I promised that I would return it. I'll never forget making that promise. It's why I could never forget Kyrie.
Foreshadowing? Maybe.
Am I right, Kyrie?
Oh my god, she's a ghost. Someone call the bastards quickly!
Dopey dog, flying through the air. Dopey dog, flying everywhere. Come on, boy, we need you. Don't let us down. Dopey dog, we need you.
Oh my god, there's two ghosts. And who was she? Was that the mysterious bad drawer? Gosh, Donald, I think he had a stroke. Golly. Oh, yeah.
No, he's just very slow.
Do I know? That girl?
Hey, Sora! Where did you go?
What do you mean, where did he go? He was there.
Sorry, never mind.
Come on, bro.
We better keep going.
And we're on the next floor, and Sora brings up the girl again, which he thinks is in his memories. His amazing deduction skills tells him that it's not Kyrie, but another girl, which shocks him and clearly outrages him.
It wasn't Kyrie, but another girl? Maybe... I think her name was...
And of course, typical man doesn't even remember the name of the woman that he met. Like, what the hell? Come on, Sora. You have such a great role model in Goofy. What you doing? Donald gets angry, rightfully so, because they're on a freaking schedule. They need to find Riku and Mickey. Come on, bruh. Hurry. And off we go. But before we enter the next land, we see the panning of the mysterious bat drawer. And she's drawing, oh my god, it's Sora, it's Riku, it's Kyrie, and it's that mysterious bat drawer. But they never met. What's happening? What is happening? What is happening? Oh my god. We'll find out later on. But first we have a next floor to tackle. Right, we're in the best world. Dum, 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 da, da, da. Just look how cool they look. Oh my god, I love this world. But there's not much happening in this world, if I'm 100% honest. We meet Jack, we talk to Dr. Finkelstein, who tells us about true memories and how they fade away, and that he has a potion that can fix them. But ultimately, once we defeat Boogie, who apparently is here as well, we just don't drink the potion. So there isn't that much to talk about in this world. You know, the rooms are the same as always. However, I will say that the Boogie fight in this version is much better than the first game. There's different board that you have. There's similar rules with dice and other things, but it's, I think, much better than the previous game. So there's an improvement there. But if I'm 100% honest, this was a filler level. Nothing actually happened. However, because it is Nightmare Before Christmas, I'm not going to complain too much because I just love seeing Jack and I love seeing our boys in this cool style. So, you know what? I enjoyed it, but let's move to the next floor.
I remember.
Huh?
There was another girl.
What? A girl? Where?
Goofy got a little bit too interested in that.
No. I mean on the islands where I used to live. Besides Kairi and Riku, there was one other girl I was friends with. The four of us played together all the time.
Yeah, you're right, Sora. Her name was Selfie. You don't remember one of your best friends from the island? You never even talk about the other guys either. What about Waka or Tidus? Don't you remember them? You hypocrite! Oh yeah, wait, you have memory problems. Sorry, Sora. I forgot that you're forgetting. Or something.
Sora? Seems to me that's the first time you've mentioned her.
First time? The bug is right. So yeah, they explain that basically memories come back in pieces while you go for the castle, which is exciting, so the farther we go, the more we're gonna know, right? Right? He still can't remember the name, but Goofy believes we're gonna get it later on, like everything else. Well, let's hope so. I wanna know what her name is so bad. Whatever he said.
Sora is there anything else you remember about that other Joanna?
Just bits and pieces.
Maybe you could try telling us some more stuff about her. Who knows? It might even help you remember other things.
Goofy once again exemplifies that he's very interested in that other girl. And Sora tries to remember things about her.
And always drawing. When we'd go to the beach, she'd draw a picture instead of swimming. Sometimes she'd draw us too. She was really good.
Oh my god, the origins of the bad drawer.
I remember Riku and I fighting over who she'd draw next. But one day, she was gone. Just like that. I remember crying after she was gone.
Simp. Then the bug arrives and he does point out that Sora keeps remembering things instead of forgetting them. And who is he looking at? Who is he talking to? Hello? Did you forget who you're looking at? Bruh, what the hell? We get more of that signature Kingdom Hearts dialogue about forgetting to remember, about memories deep within our hearts, and all that jazz.
Should forget in order to remember?
As such, let's look at what our cool dudes in trench coats are doing right now.
Just as we intended.
We'll continue with our plan. Let's see how far this group will go.
You had your fun on the first floor. So this time, it's my turn. I'm not going to just give it to him.
Don't break him.
Well, do I detect a soft spot? I'm not gonna break the toy. I'm not dumb.
Don't forget, Sora is the key. We need him if we're going to take over the organization.
I know that you're in on it too. But keep it under your hood, at least until the time is right.
You would have been wise to have done the same, Larxene.
Wow! You're probably confused at this point. So we know they're part of something called organization, and that there's some kind of coup or something happening that some members want to take it over. But is Axel with them or is against them? I guess time will tell. Welcome to Atlantica. Yes, we're here in the land of the fish people, and if you wished to see Sora in his mermaid suit, unfortunately, it's not possible because they all are just walking on the floor, on the ocean floor, which, you know what, is kind of impressive. I guess this makes sense because this is not actually Atlantica, it is the Castle Oblivion's room, just trying to pretend to be Atlantica. So I guess there's a lot of reason for this, but it's still a little bit disappointing. Good thing about this is that the story is slightly different than the ones of the movies, because here we actually have Ariel stealing her father's trident. If you don't know what trident is, that big fork thing. Then we promise that we won't tell anyone that we saw her, because there's a new trait which this game is kind of showcasing of Sora's, that essentially he always keeps promises. Then we go to King Trident and we find out that the magical trident has been stolen. What? So she stole it? What the hell? What are we doing, Ariel? Life of crime? Under the sea?
Under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.
I watch all of those cutscenes in 2x speed, and oh my god, the music is so repetitive. Just, I need you to hear this. The crab tells us that King Trident is not in this cutscene, not because they don't want to use those assets, but because he is worried sick because Ariel is gone. But will we break our promise? So Sora, you know, he doesn't have like someone who knows right from wrong, who basically is has played in the past the role of conscious, to tell them that maybe it is responsible to tell adults about this situation. No one at all like that in his life. Anyway, we decide to take matters in our own hands and find Ariel. We find her, of course, in her cave, which no one ever thinks to look in, and she basically is feeling bad for stealing the trident. Then Goofy tells us to pipe down because somebody's coming. Bruh! Who are you talking to, Goof? Who do you think you're talking to, bruh? Then a voice appears from the dark. No need to worry, child. You did the right thing. Who could it be? Who could it be? Oh, it's Disney's second best villain, Ursula. Why, I'm sure you'd do anything in the world to help your little friend. Little friend? Who could she mean? Does she mean Flounder? Oh my god, Flounder had been swept into the human world, which is no place for a little fish, because humans make sushi. Oh my god. Why? If we don't hurry, you might not have a friend to save. Besides, you're not giving me the trident, you just let me borrow it for a bit. Wow. Wow. She's trying to get the trident and pretend that she's gonna help Ariel. She is lying, and we know this. And Ariel is kind of feeling this, but she's no... I know, but Daddy needs the trident to defend Atlantica. Okay, she doesn't. She's stupid. But, again, she's a child. And she, Ursula, is just abusing her trust. Ah, Ursula, not cool. Not cool. That's when we come in. We tell her not to trust Ursula. And she's like, why are you listening to me, you creep? Which is kind of a good point. Why are you listening? Why didn't you not step in? Donald, of course, avoids the question, saying, it doesn't matter. Sora's right. Don't trust the Sea Witch. The question I have at this point is, they don't remember most of those people anymore. However, they know not to trust her. I mean, look at her face. She seems like such a trustworthy person. She seems cool. Why wouldn't you not trust her? Are they bigoted? Are they against women? What is happening, Sora? What's happening, Donald? And especially, what's happening, Goofy?
Yeah, I was created in the 30s. Yeah. Misogyny is normal for me. Yeah. Golly. Yeah.
Damn, boys, I'm disappointed. Ariel agrees, but she doesn't know where Flounder is. Only person who knows is Ursula. Which means that we need to go and talk to her. Oh no. I smell trouble. So again, it turns out that Flounder wasn't in a human's world, it was just with Ursula, and Ursula just basically takes the trident for no reason. So yeah, us coming in was just stupid. But now we get to fight Ursula. And I have to say, once again, this fight I feel is better than the one in the first game. I just didn't like the one in the first game. Part of it could have been the fact that you were a fish, so you were swimming up and down and stuff. But I just didn't quite enjoy the fight. So yeah, I actually like this one better as well.
Heal.
So that's good. So once she's beaten, you know, we got Flunder, which is awesome. He's alive. He's not Sushi. Yay! So since he's safe, Ariel just needs to return the trident. But if the king finds out that she stole it, she will be grounded forever. Oh no! But then we hear voices. Ariel! Ariel! Where are you, girl? If you can hear me, please answer. It's Sebastian. Oh no. He came all this way just to find Ariel. Which means she definitely is going to be grounded. Oh no! Then again, Sora just suggests to outright just lying. Why don't you just say that Sea Witch stole the trident? Sora, have you not learned anything from the Pinocchio level? Twice? I know you have memory issues, but come on, bruh. And Jiminy, where are you? This is where you should step in. Sora even wants her to say that she like got it back herself and, you know, to be like a hero. Like, what the hell, Sora? And Ariel has the same idea. What morals does it teach the kids? Oh, she says she can't do that. She says she doesn't want to get in trouble, but she can't lie. Not about this. And you know what? That's a responsible thing to do. And you know what? She's like a teenager. Teenagers are not responsible. So imagine how irresponsible Jiminy is. Okay, I'll stop talking about Jiminy. I'll try. I know I haven't made best decision lately. It was a mistake to take the trident, but I made the mistake because I wanted to help you, Flunder. I'm proud of that. Blaming someone else would mean giving those feelings up, so I'm going to tell the truth. She's right, Sora. Honesty is the best policy. Now you come out, Jiminy. What the hell, bruh? It's a limited light. My gosh. Hey, I was just kidding. Great, now I'm the one in the hot water. And then we all laugh. That's Atlantica. Again, this was a level which didn't really have much to it. All in all, it was basically there for this little moral lesson and stuff. Again, not every single world necessarily have to have much meat on the bones, you know. It is there to entertain you and to have a cool little adventure with your friends. So I don't mind it too much, but definitely, you know, at this point of the game, it did feel it was getting a little bit slow because there wasn't much progression when it comes to the story. The voice cutscenes didn't really progress it that much, and the things that happened in the world were just moral lessons, which, again, it was getting a little bit boring at this stage. But then, a new member of our organization appears to our heroes, Larxene.
I bet you want was actually.
Too clever. I'm Larxene. So, are you enjoying your stay at the castle?
Oh, she's so nice.
I bet it's nice to peel away all the worthless memories and awaken the true memories that lie deep in your heart.
True memories?
Although, it seems that you're still forgetting the most important thing here. When that poor girl hears that you've forgotten her name, why...
She's talking about the bad drawer.
It'll break her heart.
Oh,
Poor
God.
girl. Do
Her
you
heart
know
will
her?
be broken.
Is she here?
Yes, she is. You see, the bad guys are holding her captive, somewhere deep inside the castle. And you obviously are the hero, so you have to go save her.
Wow, she's calling out Sora hard. Talking about his hero complex. And she is not wrong. But come on, let's beat her.
Although...
Damn, girl. Do it again, please.
I'm a bad guy, so you have to go through me.
Oh, damn. I did not expect that. Oh, I kind of did.
Sora!
What's that? Is that thing mine?
What a shame! You've been wearing it all this time and forgot? No, that's not possible.
So yeah, this is a confusing bit. It is very Kingdom Hearts. So he sees this thing, which may remind you of something else we saw previously, and he says the name.
Namine.
Well, it's about time. That's right, Namine.
Namine, which to us, it's nothing. We have no clue what the significance of that name, but Namine it is.
Talk about heartless! I can't believe you! It'd serve you right if I decided to smash this piece of junk!
And so Larxene has a sense of humor. You know, I appreciate that, you know? I love when someone has a good sense of humor. And yeah. Can she kick us again? Please? Sora, of course, fights back because he's a legend.
Namine gave me this. It's very important to me.
Is it important to him, or does she make him think it's important to him? Or is there some kind of fake memories that making him think it's important to him? I don't know, guys. I'm confused. Let's fight. And it's another battle with organization member, and I don't necessarily like those battles. They're getting tougher and tougher each time, but I don't think they're that good in terms of actual gameplay. But yeah, they happen. What can you do? We of course win. So yeah, we win, and she is mocking us a little bit, and she leaves, unfortunately. But Sora gets very angry, because why does he need someone like that to help him get the memories of Namine, character we have never ever heard before? Why?
Whew. Throwing that battle wore me out.
Really? It looked to me like you just plain lost.
Damn, Axel throwing shade. We love to see that. Larxene is of course very mad, but then a new challenger arrives.
An ungainly effort.
So yeah, Vexen doesn't seem to like Sora, but he came here to help his fellow organization members. He then decides to do an experiment. Oh damn. Their organization members don't really care and say that he can do whatever he wants. Then, interestingly, they mention a valet, an experiment, a toy. What or who could this be? And that card seems familiar. Oh my god, what's that?
Sora, not so fast!
We don't have time! They've got Namine! We gotta rescue her!
Whew. Sora sure does seem like he's upset.
You be too. He just remembered a friend, but found out she's in trouble.
Good point. I guess if we heard that the king was in danger, we would be pretty upset about that too.
I have literally nothing to add to it, so let's go to the next world, which is... Well, is it a world? It is the ship of Captain Hook. To be fair, this is one of the most boring levels. It just drags and drags and drags. It feels longest, like in terms of the cutscenes and all that stuff. and it just drags. I don't enjoy this at all. And the actual gameplay element of the rooms, again, is exactly the same thing once again. And at this point, this game was getting a little bit old. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of understand the criticisms about this game at this point because it is not good. It's like this part it's definitely a filler. The same as it was in the original game. I didn't really like this level in the original game, as in, you know, in the first Kingdom Hearts, and I don't like it in Chains of Memories. And yeah, what can I say? Peter Pan is a brat, but then he has a change of heart, and he's, you know, helps us save Wendy. However, if you put it on 2x speed, listen to the music, and just read it, it's kind of like watching an old, like a, you know, silent movie, so that's kind of cool, I guess. The boss battle is good as well. I think in this game, if anything, they nailed the boss battles. There are some repeat ones from the original game, but I believe that they have made it so that they feel a bit more unique, and I do enjoy some of those boss battles. Captain Hook is one of them. But anyway, we get a card and we leave, and that's all there was to this. It is about the stuff between floors now. There's the only reason why you play at this stage where you're motivated is to see what happens next between the floors. So let's see.
No, you're Riku.
Oh my god, plot twist, it was Riku in the last organization clip. If you don't know who Riku is, I'm surprised that you're hour and 20 minutes in this video, because you probably are very confused. But Riku essentially is Sora's best friend who was with him on Destiny Island. We saw him in one of the flashback scenes with the bad drawer, aka Namine. Riku is the bad boy, he is the attitude guy, but we love him, he's awesome. He's clearly jealous of Namine, or at least jealous of the fact that, you know, Sora cares of her so much and he doesn't care about Riku.
Come on, I came all this way looking for you.
But you're not anymore, right? Now it's only Namine that you're looking for. You don't care about me, just like you never cared. At all. About her feelings.
Whoa! Loaded emotions here, okay? Riku, we love you. We love you as much as we love Namine. I would even say, we love you more. We always think about you. Always. About your smile. About your gray hair. Why are you graying at like 15? What the hell? What the hell, Riku? Anyway, Riku drops a bombshell telling us that Namine doesn't want to see us. She doesn't even want to see our face. Like, why? Of course, no one gives a straight answer in Kingdom Hearts, so he says that we have to ask our memories. Bro, do you know how memories work? But apparently, this is something to do with her disappearing from the island. Sora, of course, is, you know, perplexed. Why doesn't she want to see him? Is it his fault? What could he possibly have done? Is it because he hasn't killed Jiminy yet? Which, you know, I can kind of get that. But then Riku says that he doesn't want to see us either. He feels sick looking at us, and he wants to be done with us. Like, what did we do, bruh? Come on, Riku, that's not cool. Fighting commences. And we fight Riku. And we're gonna fight him again. And of course we win. And then he bitches out and leaves. We're all talk, bro. And you got defeated. Like, what? What?
Riku! Where are you?
Sora, are you okay?
Don't worry about me. Riku, what happened?
Sure was strange. Almost like Ansem was back, controlling Riku again.
So, explanation time. So, Ansem was a guy from the last game. He was basically the main antagonist who kind of possessed Riku in a way. It's complicated, but essentially, the form of Riku in this cool ass armor, it was the Ansem form. So, this is where he kind of like accepted the darkness. We thought that we got rid of Ansem for good, but did we? That's the question. Donald and Goofy are also worried about Mickey because he was with Riku when we last saw them, so he could be in danger. But then Jiminy notices that, this is Castle Oblivion, so even though Sora thinks that Riku is not his friend anymore, it might be just because he forgot that he's his friend. That's why he was a dick. Yeah, Jiminy, that's a great explanation. So essentially Jiminy says that with power of friendship we can get his memories back. Great advice, bro. Then they bring up promises again because that's, again, Sora's new character trait. He always keeps promises and he says to always smile. Bruh, you don't always smile. I think that is a little bit rude, but you know what? Okay, Sora gives us a little smile and off we go to the next world. Oh damn, here we are, Castle Oblivion, my favorite map. Well, one of the favorites.
I'm hearing voices. I wonder who it is.
It's voice of God, asking you to stop your sinful ways, Goofy. We know what you do. We know exactly what you're doing. God knows what you're doing, Goofy. You must stop.
God, stop, please. I beg you.
Oh, it's the Beast, and of course, Belle, the power couple from Beauty and the Beast. So essentially, Beast came to rescue her, but Belle says she's not coming back with him. Oh my god, drama! I wonder what happened. Damn. Are the rumors about him and Mrs. Potts true? Oh my god. Beast is saying that,
"Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?"
And says, how can you stay here with this witch? Which witch? That's the question.
I've got nothing more to say.
Damn, bro, that was cold. And then she leaves. Beast is, of course, heartbroken and just confused. Beast, of course, makes it all about himself. Apparently, all this means that no one can love a Beast because it's all about you, Beast, isn't it? All about you. You still haven't learned a thing. I'm disappointed in you. Anyway, we go through Castle Oblivion and it's the same thing again when it comes to rooms. But then we finally find Belle inside of a library. Because, of course, that's her stereotype, right? And she tells us that she's kidnapped. So Sora's like, what? You've been kidnapped? So you don't want to be here? Apparently, Witch forced her to be there. So why didn't she want to come back with Beast? What is going on? But first, she mopes a little bit about the fact that she's alone. She only has books to keep her company and that she missed Beast so much. Then why were you so cold, girl? She tells him she can't really tell him how she really feels because... And of course we get interrupted. Of course! Because we never get answer in this franchise. Come on, bruh. So we hide away because we don't want the evil witch to see us. Oh my god. And who is it?
John Cena!
It's Maleficent. Who could have thought? Oh my god. Slay Queen is here. Belle then explains to Maleficent that she won't ask for his help and she knows why. Maleficent said that she will make her ask for his help. Like, bruh. What is happening? And how the hell did Maleficent did not see us? Like, all of the villains are short-sighted. They all need glasses, bruh. Open Specsavers in Kingdom Hearts world, you will make a mint. So Maleficent wants Belle to scream and shout, asking for help, because clearly she needs Beast for some reason. But why? Well, we don't know, but we step in and we coming to help Belle because we are heroes. Then the Beast arrives.
Don't trouble yourself.
You're here. No, you mustn't. I told you to leave this place. Leave me alone. I never want to see your face again.
Belle! What an awful thing to say. All right, if that's how you feel, I understand. My hideousness is punishment for being selfish and unable to love. And again, it's all about him. Come on, Brian. The world doesn't revolve around you, beasts. But then he says, I was made into a monster, loved by no one, and I only become more selfish. That is, until I met you, Belle. You're the only person who accepted me. Little by little, you warmed my cold, selfish heart. The memories of our days together are most precious. I won't cast them aside. So I'm sorry, but I can't leave you here, even if you hate me for it. Consider my final selfish act.
Oh, beast!
Damn! He basically is stalking her right now. Instead of leaving the way she asks him politely to do, he's saying no. Bruh, come on. But then Maleficent comes.
Well, well, I've dreamed such ugliness could hide so beautiful a heart. This calls for a change of plan. Beast, I shall claim your heart instead of Belle's.
No, please!
Then we have the classic shot of someone else taking a shot for the beloved ones. And Belle basically becomes a heart. Well, so much for a change of plan. Belle Heart, it is after all. It seems her cold words spoke little of her true feelings. She loves you, beast. I can feel it shining in her heart.
You fiend, release Belle Heart at once.
And then she's gone. Bruh. This is the most dramatic episode so far. Then of course our heroes decide to help the beast because they're heroes. That's what heroes do. Help beasts. Anyway, we go try to find Belle. So we get to Maleficent and she tells us this.
You've done well to make it this far, beast. As your reward, I'll tell you why Belle rejected you. My dark magic requires heart of utmost beauty. Belle was perfect. Deep in her heart, her love for you shone with uncommon radiance. But she guessed my plans. By denying her love for you, she put her heart beyond my reach. But she saved me. She protected me. She couldn't hide how she really felt. I've heard enough. Release her heart now. If you don't, do not try my patience.
Don't you realize why I'm telling you all this? Didn't you think it was out of kindness?
I did it to erase your doubts.
Now your heart is beginning to shine with love for Belle.
I shall have your heart too, monster. Not if we stop you. You dare to challenge me, pitiful fools?
Fighting commences. So of course we win because we're epic and we always win. And Belle comes back. Oh, how glorious. She is now back with Beast. They apologize to each other. You know, as always, as it should be. They worked out their problems and then we leave to let them shakalaka boom boom. So we catch up with Riku and he's not happy to see us. He basically is mean to us and tells us to go home. Talks about how this castle makes you forget memories. And that's a good thing because you forget of the useless things like Waka and other people from the island. So yeah, he's a meanie and we fight him again. Though before we do, there was this little sweet moment which I always liked. Where it shows them as kids fighting. That it kind of foreshadowed their struggles in this castle. Well, it's kind of cool. But I'm not going to show the fight again because it's the same fight and then he loses because he's a loser. And, you know, being mean to us, saying that we never cared, it never mattered to you. And he runs away. And there's back to Navane, the bad drawer, and our favorite character, Axel, who says something interesting.
Does it hurt, Namine? Watching your two childhood friends fight, all because of you. You have my sympathies from the heart, but don't waste your time. We nobodies can never hope to be somebodies.
Oh my god. He's a Marilyn Manson fan. So we're off to the next floor, and it doesn't seem that there's Riku anywhere. He seemed to be bored of fighting us over and over again, and losing, because he's an epic loser. Anyway, we keep going around, and we have a wee chat about our memories, which seem to be fading, because it's all about Sora, Riku, and who else? Namine, was it? Yeah, it's Namine. Sora remembers. But was there anyone else? Back to Organization 13. So Axel and our favorite Cake Mummy is making fun of Vexen and his failed experiment, which seems to be referring to Riku losing again. They bicker for a bit, and then the man, the myth, the legend, the dreamy boy Merlucia appears. He's so dreamy. Merlucia is not happy. It said not to disappoint him again, which pisses off Vexen because he says, "What the hell, bro? I am number 4, you're only number 11, you can't tell me not." Oh damn, he has a cool weapon. He is cooler and he is on top. Apologize, Vexen, apologize. And then we learn a rule that if someone defies the organization, they are eliminated. So essentially Merlucia is saying that, you know, he is quite suspicious of Vexen and basically says, you know what? Prove that you really want Sora gone. And Vexen goes away to potentially fight Sora. Oh my god, drama. And then we finally hear the voice and the first dialogue of mysterious bad drawer Namine. Tell us, girl, tell us everything you want. We're listening.
Yes.
Oh. So Vexen comes to fight Sora to get rid of us because we cause him trouble, and we are the reason why he is in trouble as well. So he decides to fight us. You know, he does tell us though that he brought Riku to us. And Sora of course asks a question which no one ever answers, because in this franchise any questions are not answered. He asks, "Are you the one controlling Riku?" And he says, "I'm not gonna trouble you in your last hour." So we fight.
This is it. You imbecile. Here you go. Fire. Fire. Power.
We of course win, and Vexen, very annoyed, give us a new card to a town which should spark our memories. But it doesn't seem familiar. I wonder where are we off to? So Axel and the gang are chatting, and they basically decided that Vexen is a traitor, and as such Axel is now tasked to eliminate him.
A card made out of memories from the other side of your heart? I wonder what it does.
We'll find out soon enough. It's the only one we have left. No other way to move forward.
So we arrived to a nice looking town with little tramway that really doesn't look like a Disney town. And none of our heroes can remember being in this town. And if you're a player who only played Kingdom Hearts 1, you can't remember this place either. But they don't know this. Our characters are having problems with their memory, so they don't know if they know this town. They just thought they forgot it. Does that make sense? So far, all of the places that they've been in were from their memories, so it's easy for them to assume that this place is from Sora's memory as well. Or is it? Then Sora shows Namine's good luck charm. But is it actually Namine's good luck charm? he tells this whole big spiel, but is it actually true? At this point I have to say, because you probably already figured this out, Sora does not seem to remember Kairi. And that is concerning, because he believes there's only Naminé, and that's the only person he remembers other than Riku. And that good luck charm? Does that look like the Kairi's good luck charm? No, it has changed quite a bit. So what is going on? Well, we shall find out.
What's wrong?
Something feels really strange. I'm sure I don't know this place, but it's starting to feel like it's familiar to me.
You must have come here sometime before.
No, and that's what's strange.
It could be like with Naminé. You forgot lots of other stuff, and that's why you remember this place now.
No, it's different. With Naminé, my memories sort of came drifting back to me, a little piece at a time. But not now.
I would like to add more, but this is all so vital to the plot that I just can't say much more. So we're just gonna keep watching.
It's not memories, just this idea that I must have been here before.
So, feeling nostalgic? Sora, a question then for you. Your memories of Naminé or your feelings here? Which of the two of these is more real, I wonder?
I do wonder.
Naminé, of course. Whatever it is that I'm feeling, I bet it's just another one of your mean little tricks.
Sora does not trust this guy, especially that he, once again, like all organization members, does a haiku.
In its silence, we forget. In its obsession, it binds our hearts.
But Sora finally fights back. He doesn't understand haikus. Stop doing them, bros.
Cut the riddles!
Created solely from another side of your memory. It is on the other side of your heart that the memory of this place exists. It is your heart that remembers.
You're wrong! I don't know this place!
If you remain bound by the chain of memories,
Oh my god, he said the name of the game!
and refuse to believe what is truly found inside your heart, then throw it away. You are not a Keyblade master. Just a slave to twisted memories. Yes, exactly like my Riku. You're a...
Whoa, he did not just say that. Whoa. Sora is pissed. Fighting commences.
Taste this! Here you go. This is it.
What can I say about this boss fight? It's a difficult one. Vexen's moveset is very difficult in my personal opinion. All of the organization members have a little bit different weapons, different type of attacks. His ones were quite hard, but if you use magic it's not too bad, but that was a hard fight. Anyway, he loses because we are epic winners. And he tells us something very interesting.
The Riku you speak of has but one fate, to sink into the darkness. And you will share that fate, Sora. If you continue to seek the girl Namine, the shackles will tighten. You'll lose your heart and end up becoming Marluxia's pawn.
Marluxia?
But before he is able to finish and tell us exactly what he means, he dies.
Axel!
Yo, Sora. Did I catch you at a bad time?
Oh, he's still alive. You miss Axel, what the hell?
Axel, why?
I came to stop you from talking too much. By eliminating your existence.
No, don't do it.
We are just nobodies who have no one to be, yet we still are. But now you can be nothing instead of just being a nobody. You're off the hook.
So they're nobodies, but they're nothing, but... What? 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 He dies, and Sora is really disturbed by this. It's his first death. He sees a man die for the first time. And his question is...
What are you? What are you people?
Don't know. I wonder about that myself.
Whoa.
Nice work. I say good riddance to that blabbermouth.
Marluxia, you used Vexen to test Sora's strength, didn't you?
Not just Sora's, it was yours too.
So it seems they were testing Axel to see if he can fit in the rebellion or whatever the thing they're trying to do, overthrowing the organization, which is interesting. And also, it seems Sora is a key to their plan. He has to get closer with Namine, so they're gonna let him find her.
Rejoice, Namine. The time is near for you to meet the hero that you've been longing for.
I'm glad. But I'm warning you, you better not do anything to betray Sora's feelings. Do you understand me, little one? I understand.
All you need to do is layer Sora's memories and bring his heart closer to you.
Sora. Even if you come for me, what then?
I'm so confused. Let's continue. So Riku comes back again because he loves us whooping his ass. I think he has some problems. Anyway, he does tell us a story about him giving a promise to Namine about protecting her. The same story that Sora remembered back in Twilight Town. So what is happening? What is freaking happening? He also has the same charm, though something happens to him and he kind of understands or thinks that it's fake, that our charm is not the real one and we're just trying to trick him. Is he being controlled still? Vexen is dead, so we would be thinking that he is in control, but it's hard to say what's happening. Once his ass is beaten for the third time, he runs away and he leaves a star behind, the same charm Namine gave us. And it turns into the card for Destiny Island. What a plot twist. But before we move on, our friends are basically confused. They don't understand what's happening and they're telling us to slow down. Sora says it doesn't matter, but it does matter. How do him, Sora, and Riku have the same memories? What is going on? We need to slow down. And they do say how he always talks about Namine all the time, even though he didn't remember her before they got into Castle Oblivion. So he gets very angry and just leaves. Cut to Axel, who says that, yeah, Namine is all we have now because we abandoned Goofy and Donald. And Axel, being good of heart, lets Namine go.
Say, Namine, have you noticed Marluxia doesn't seem to be around?
What are you saying?
Just that there's no one here who would want to get in your way. Just make it count. Now this should be interesting. Try and make it enjoyable, Sora. It's the least you can do for me, you know. Hey, wait. I'm enjoying this. You guys are something else.
Sora, that was no way to...
Keep it to yourself!
Yes, he finally stood up to the bug. Yes, Sora, finally. I'm not going crazy, am I? I know exactly where this is. Yeah, this is our island, where Namine and I used to play together. Hey! Waka, it's him! Finally! What's up, Sora?
So what you wanna do today?
Hey guys! Am I glad to see you? What? We got food on our faces? Please, Waka. Only you could be dumb enough not to notice food stuck in your face. Hey, whoa, that's a low blow. I don't know, Waka. I think selfie's on the mark. Oh, not you too, Titus. Oh yeah, you're Selfie, Waka, and Titus. That's who you are. That was very convenient that they said all of their names like that. I really appreciate them doing that. And they know who Sora is really thinking about. They say he acts like a zombie, which lets us know that it is Namine he's thinking about. And he wants to be alone with her. Oh my god. Damn. Alright, we'll disappear for a while. Go find her, cowboy. Bruh, he's like 12. Calm down, girl. We'll try to be quiet while we spy on you. Titus! That's disgusting. What the hell, bruh? Anyway, they run away. And then we find Riku. Hey, Sora, what's the big rush? I know you. You're Riku. Gee, thanks for remembering me. It's been, what, a couple of hours? Never mind. Are you okay? Are you still under his control? What are you talking about? I get it, you must be Riku from my memories. The Riku from my memories? Sounds like you're stuck in the land of a make-believe. I guess I kind of am. Haha, you're such a kid. How are you gonna take care of her if you act like that? Brother 12, he's acting like he's getting married. They need to calm down, all of them. Hey, speaking of her... oh my god. What's happening? Well, how should I know? Whatever it is, it can't be good. I'm gonna go warn others. Then I should go. I know. It's your job to look after her. Go, Sora. Okay. Whoa. What is happening, bruh?
The island!
Fighting commences. And you should remember this, dude.
Okay, I have to keep her safe. Namine! Can you hear me? Oh. Namine!
Sora, you really came for me.
It's you! It's really you! I've been through so much just to see you.
Yes, we finally met her, Namine.
Yes, I wanted to see you too, but this isn't right. I messed up. I wanted to see you, but this isn't the right way.
Namine?
I was lonely for so long. I just couldn't bear it anymore. So I called out to your heart and had you come all the way out to this place. You came for me and I'm so happy, but to your heart I had to.
Don't worry. I'm here because I promised that I would protect you.
Sora. Thank you. And I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to be in this picture.
Wait,
That's
what?
true.
Namine?
That isn't me. I'm not there. I don't really exist inside your heart. I don't exist in anyone's heart. I never have existed anywhere.
Wait, there's too much things happening. So she doesn't exist in Sora's heart or anyone else's heart? What she's trying to say? Wait.
What are you saying? What's gotten into you? Weren't we inseparable? Always together? But then you had to go away. I came here so I'd never lose you again.
Was it really me you wanted to see?
Of course it was! I know I've forgotten a lot of things in this castle, but never anything about you. Look! You gave this to me, didn't you?
You have it. My good luck charm. No, Sora! You can't believe me!
What am I supposed to do?
She's telling that we can't believe what she says? What? So this is very Kingdom Hearts part of this game because I am very confused. So essentially, Namine is telling us not to trust Namine because Namine never existed in anyone's heart. Do you get that? I hope you got that.
Think, Sora. Think just one more time. About who's most special to you. Call out to that piece of memory that glimmers faintly deep inside your heart. No matter how far away the light gets, your heart's voice will always reach it.
Who's most special to me? That's an easy one.
Ha, that is so easy. The star of hit movie Hurt Locker, Jeremy Renner.
It's you, Namit.
Oh shit, it was Kairi. Oh, but Sora doesn't remember again. God damn it. So we catch up to Namine, who does confirm that she's not the girl that's most special to us.
The person most special to me, it's not you, right?
Damn, Sora, have a bit of a tact. Even if she's not, you shouldn't be saying it like that. But no, but she does confirm that she's not most special to us.
No. The girl you really care about. The one who was always with you. It's not me. It's her.
Sora can remember that girl's name that's most special to her, and he doesn't understand how can he not remember if she's most special to him, because I don't think he learned anything in this castle so far. But before Namine explains us what actually is happening, Riku comes in and interrupts, because nothing is ever answered in this franchise. We only ask questions, never get answers. So Riku basically says that he's the one who is supposed to be protecting Namine. He's very protective and very angry, so we fight him, We win, but then he's using a dirty trick on us and does like a force push.
Sora!
Then it turns out that Namine has Shining and was able to just stop Riku from killing us. What? So yes, Riku straight up dies. And Larxene comes back to mock us once again and tells us that Riku was never there.
Because Riku was never really here.
What do you mean?
Do you really think I'm just gonna say it?
Oh, and she kicks us again. Oh no. But you know what? I didn't notice. Let us watch it again. And again. One more time. Okay, let's continue now. Then it turns out that Riku that we been meeting in this castle is not actually Riku. He is a fabrication, even though he called us a fabrication, but he actually wasn't real. He was an experiment created by Vexen. What? How does that even work? Is he a clone? Is he a robot? Is he android? Is he a ghost? What is he? We don't know.
Its memories with Namine were just planted, not real.
So apparently his memories were just implanted, not real, and he just chucks him like a doll. It is funny. Then a bombshell. Namine has power to create, manipulate, and change people's memories. What?
She can enter, rearrange, and even create new memories.
In Castle Oblivion, her power is to do with memories? What? I'm shocked. Well, all of our memories were just lies.
Lies, lies, all lies. Just Namine's illusions, nothing more. Binding you in the chains of your own memory was central to our trap.
She said the name of the game.
It makes me tingle to think how easily you were duped.
I'm sorry, Larxene, what does it make you?
It makes me tingle.
So essentially, Larxene was trying to use us, but Axel has betrayed them, so now we have to be eliminated. Well, rip Sora. Oh no, she didn't. She smacked Namine. This will not pass. She is dead.
You upset? And you don't even actually know her.
Maybe not. But still, I made a promise.
Oh my god. This is what I was talking about. Now his whole thing is he made a promise, so he's gonna keep it, even if the promise wasn't like real, because it was like implanted into his head. Come on, Sora. I was saying all along that he needs education. I think he needs more specialist help. Damn it, Sora. I love you, but come on.
You're such an idiot.
I completely agree with Larxene with this one. Let's be honest. Come on, Sora. But I guess he's a kid, you know? We'll forgive his stupidity, but damn, this was not smart. So essentially we're gonna die. This is it. This is the end of our adventure. But no! Our friends come back to save us. Goof and Duck are back, and we gonna be whipping some ass.
Donald! Goofy! You found me!
Of course we did. We were worried about you.
And we promised that we would protect you.
Aww. Fighting commences. Yeah, it's another Organization 13 fight. The only problem I really have with those fights is most of them, except Vexen's, are taking place in the same place. Is it this weird fighting ring in Castle Oblivion? I don't quite like where we fight. It should be slightly different every now and then, but it is what it is. We win because we're epic.
No, I refuse to lose. There's such a bunch of losers. I think I'm fainting. No, this isn't the way. I won't allow.
So Sora took a life. He actually killed a person, but he's happy enough with it because he saved Naminé. And Goofy and Donald are so excited to meet her, but then she comes clean. She explains that she manipulated Sora's memories, and generally she was manipulating and playing with memories, but she can't fix it once we go to the 13th floor, because everything in Kingdom Hearts seems to be based on number 13. Cool, I guess. However, there's one last problem. Merlucia, who's on the 13th floor. He is powerful, and he's the one who was manipulating her to do everything, and Jiminy knows it somehow. Naminé is very sorry, but Sora, being pure of heart, forgives her. He says that he's not happy that she manipulated his memories, but he can't be mad at her, realistically. His reasoning is very Sora kind of reasoning. He says they feel right, so she doesn't have to be sorry because she did nothing wrong, because those memories feel correct and right.
In my head, I know they're lies, but they still feel right. Like the promise I made.
I don't know, guys. This is Kingdom Hearts. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. That's not the purpose of this. Then Sora just tells her to smile more, apparently. I guess that's Goofy's teachings. And then Goofy and Donald mock Sora for liking a girl.
Oh, brother, that's a bit much.
It's okay. Sora always gets like this every time he's around a girl.
Aw, cut it out. I thought you both lost your memories too.
Too bad. Good friends don't forget the good stuff.
Come on.
So gay, he likes a girl. Anyway, we all laugh and we go to floor 13. So we are on the last floor of this game. It's the last stretch of the game. As such, this is basically the Castle Oblivion. So basically all the rooms are designed after Castle Oblivion. So a lot of white, of course. And then we go onto the floor and, you know, our hero, Sora, is still confused. Who was it? Who was it important to him? Because he just can't remember Kairi. I don't know why this is the plot point, but that's what it is. You know, he only can remember Naminé at the moment. It's the same Donald and Goofy. You guys are useless. Like, well, what's the point of you guys? You can't even remember. But Goofy then say that they should make a promise.
And we should really make a promise.
Why make a promise? I don't know. Apparently, it helps you, like, I don't know, gives you courage or something. The promise thing, I just don't get. They really, really like it, but I just don't get that part. It's even more confusing than Darkness and Hearts.
What you said back there kind of got my brain thinking. Whenever you make a promise that's super duper big, maybe it gives you the courage to face the scary stuff.
Courage.
But what Donald says, that even if we get scared or in trouble, or even if we get separated, or even if sort of forget each other, whatever happens, we're friends. All for one and one for all. It is cute. I don't necessarily understand it, but it is cute. Then Naminé. She's sitting with the corpse of Riku clone robot android ghost. And our boy arrives. Who is it? Is it Axel? Or was it Merlucia? We don't know. Well, we might find out in a moment. Oh damn, Merlucia, the dream boy. I like his hair, not gonna lie.
You have some nerve to show your treasonous face around here. Some nerve indeed.
Treasonous? I don't know what you could possibly be talking about.
Why let Naminé go? If it weren't for your needless meddling, we could have turned the Keyblade Master to come and serve us.
Oh, right, your big plan. You use Naminé to rewrite Sora's memory piece by little piece. And he turns into her total puppet.
So he wanted to make Sora a puppet. Damn.
Then, using Naminé and Sora together, you and Larxene overthrow the organization. Am I right? I would say that you are the traitor, Marluxia.
Since when were you suspicious of us?
Do either one of us have the heart to believe anyone?
So you only eliminated Vexen to obtain proof of our plan?
That I didn't want to do. But it was your order.
Damn, Axel is so cool. Let's be honest.
Remember the order. You must eliminate the traitor.
Oh my god. Axel versus Marluxia.
I always follow
Who
orders,
shall win?
Marluxia. Larxene paid the price for disloyalty when she disappeared. You must do the same.
Oh my god. Two coolest people ever fighting. Oh my god. Right, this is dope. This is what
the
I like.
organization's betrayed. In that name, I will annihilate you.
That line's not you.
Well, had to try it once, you know.
Oh my god, he did the Goku. Whoa! No, Axel is losing. He's doing petal magic again. Is that not Namine? Oh my god, she's so short.
Is that your shield? Won't do you any good, I'm afraid.
I wonder. Are you listening, Sora?
Oh my god, Sora is here.
Axel says he's willing to harm Namine to get me. You won't let that happen, will you?
Oh my god, we're gonna fight Axel, the greatest man alive.
You're
Because we killed
Marluxia's
everyone else.
puppet already?
After I finish you, he's next.
Oh damn, fighting commences. And I like this fight because I like Axel.
So this is it. You're better than I thought you'd be. It was worth saving you after all.
Saving me? What do you mean?
Axel saved us?
Sorry, I would hate to kill the suspense.
Axel!
He didn't answer, of course, the question. Because no one answers questions in this world. My god. Where's everyone? No, we have to keep going. And we go for the rooms. Wide rooms, all the same. We got to Marluxia.
You've defeated Axel. The Keyblade's power. How I've longed to make it my own.
Let Nominate go!
You've no chance of winning. Nominate. Erase Sora's memory.
He didn't ask Namine to erase our memories. She won't do it, will she?
That's right.
She's our friend. She made a promise. No, we made a promise to her. Shit, she can do whatever she wants to us. Damn, I knew we should have asked her to promise something. Bruh.
Sora's heart will be destroyed.
His heart destroyed?
You can do that!
His heart will be destroyed if he destroys his
I'd
memories?
rather have
What?
preferred him unmarred. But he can be rebuilt, more to my liking, with time. Nominate. Do it.
No. Sora forgave me even when I deceived him. So how could I destroy his heart? There's no way. I don't care what happens to me. I won't hurt Sora. I won't do it.
Namine will not betray us. She is our friend.
Then you will.
Do it, Nominate! I don't care.
Then Sora is just being stupid. He says for her to eliminate his memories. I mean, Sora, why? You defeated like Ansem. You defeated all the organization members. Why are you just looking to kill yourself? Honestly, his brain needs to be studied, bruh. Like, honestly, I love this guy, but oh my god, he's not smart.
Erase my memories. Destroy my heart. I promised. I'll always protect you. You have to believe me.
Sora.
I don't need any memories to take on someone like Marluxia.
You bet! Even if Sora forgets it all, Goofy and I won't forget.
Now Sora doesn't need memories because Goofy and Donald, who also are losing their memories, they can remember everything for him, even though they don't remember Kairi, didn't remember Naminé. This is the point where I'm struggling. I'm seriously struggling to keep up. Let's continue. We can do it together.
Donald's right. He and I can remember everything for Sora.
See? I'll have all my friends' memories, so I can piece my own together again.
You ignorant fool. If Naminé uses her powers to erase your memory, you'll be nothing but an empty shell. Your heart will no longer be able to feel or to care, just like Vexen's pathetic imitation of your Riku.
So apparently, if you don't have memories, you are an empty shell, and your heart can never feel, just like Riku. What?
It can't be.
Oh my god, Riku is alive!
No. Just an imitation.
You're a shell. A shell who has had everything taken. Everything!
What can you possibly think I ever had? Both my body and my heart are fake. But there is one memory I'll keep, even if it's just a lie. Whether it was a phantom promise or not, I will protect Naminé.
Not gonna lie. At this point, I am starting to think, why are they so obsessed with Naminé? Like, I understand she's cool and all, she can draw badly, but come on, bruh. Like, chill. Just chill a tiny bit.
Dells.
Whoa. He has the coolest effect of all the organization members.
You would knowingly shackle your heart with a chain of memories born of lies?
Then there's a lot of Kingdom Hearts blabber, and fighting commences. And I kind of like this fight. Again, the organization member fights are usually boring, but this one was, I think, much better. And I really like the effects and style of Marluxia. He's one of the coolest organization member, other than Axel, our boy. So we win because we're epic. He disappears. And he is gone. What?
You could say that.
However, what you destroyed was merely an illusion of me.
So what? Another imitation.
He's really in there?
Yes.
I knew it. I can feel his power. It's trying to destroy my heart.
Gorge, we'll just take care of him together.
Sora, stop faking. You were just fighting an illusion and you didn't know. So, come on, bro. We already think you're cool. You don't have to try harder, okay? You're a Keyblade wielder. You're chill. Your best friend is Goofy and Donald. You're already super cool. What the hell?
Sora, come on!
Riku, protect Naminé.
You don't mind?
Should I?
All right.
Riku is left to protect Naminé, and we go to destroy Marluxia.
Soon the emptiness will shatter your heart. here in this world of nothingness. As lightless oblivion devours you, drown in the ever-blooming darkness!
Another fight commences. Yeah, this fight is a little bit weird because he's in a mech or something. Like, I don't kind of get it, but we do it. We win. He dies.
This is the heart of a hero.
Sora has so many deaths on his Keyblade. Like, honestly, he killed so many people. He's a danger to society when you think about this. But he's super cool, not gonna lie. So we leave and close the door, because I think that's finish every single Kingdom Hearts, closing the door. The door is gone.
You okay, Riku?
So essentially, we find out that the Riku is a fake, so we know that. And he basically doesn't have any other memories than memories with us, which the memories with us are fake because they were implanted by Namine. And Namine can't really fix it from what she's saying. So he says, I'll deal. Who says that? He's so cool.
It's alright. I'll deal.
So Sora says, who cares that someone created him? He has his own heart inside themselves. No one else's. He can create his own memories and feelings. Or something. So basically Sora is saying that he can be his own person even though he's a fake. Which, you know what? I'm down with that.
You're a good guy. I don't have to be real to see how real your feelings are. That's good enough.
Riku!
Bounces as always. Because that's what Riku does.
Riku.
Even fake one. And then Namine says that not remembering something doesn't really mean that it's gone. Goofy is perplexed. What do you mean? When you remember one thing, that leads to remember another. Our memories are connected. Many pieces are linked together. You can say they're in a chain of memories. I don't actually erase any memories. Just take apart the links and rearrange them. Cool, I guess. Cool. So yeah, so it's essentially memories are chains. It might take some time, but she can actually potentially rearrange the links, I think. I think that's what she meant.
But first, I have to undo the chains of the memories I made on my own.
And of course, Sora and the gang trust her fully because she only stole their memories and stuff. That's all she did. So, of course, full trust. Then Jiminy realizes that means that once she does this, we won't remember about her. That is so convenient for the sequel. So convenient.
Be able to remember anything about what happened here.
Not even you?
I'm sorry. It's the only way, I'm afraid. Sora, you have a choice. You can lose your memories of this castle and reclaim your old ones, or keep your memories here and give up the memories that you've lost.
Do I have to To choose?
Yes.
Oh my god, Sora has the biggest choice of his life. What does he do? Does he forget Namine or not?
Make me like I was.
Wow, he's just abandoning Namine.
Oh, okay. Nobody needs to keep a bunch of memories that aren't real, right? You want to remember all of the people who are really important to you. Anybody would choose that.
So, you know, she agrees, but she is clearly not happy about this. How can you abandon Namine, Sora? How? Then this game becomes sci-fi out of the sudden? Like, what is this? This looks like from Alien or something. What?
To remember again, we have to sleep in that?
Yes. It's going to take a little time, but I'll take care of you.
So apparently they need to now go into a pod and sleep. What the hell? Goofy is worried because we're not gonna be remembering Namine.
But how are we gonna thank you?
Don't worry about that. I'll just make a big note in my journal. And it will say, thank Nominate.
Oh. Yeah, because it worked so well last time, Jiminy. All of your pages went blank, bruh. So, come on. Your journal is useless. Sora, it's the last chance to squash him.
Well, good night then, Nominee.
Good night, Goofy. You too, Sora.
Okay.
All of this may have started with a lie, but I really am glad that I could meet you, Sora.
Yeah, me too. When I finally found you, and even when I remembered your name, I was happy. The way I felt then, that was no lie.
Goodbye.
No, not goodbye. When I wake up, I'll find you. And then there will be no lies. We're gonna be friends for real. Promise me, Naminé.
You're going to forget making that promise.
What? Sora, have you listened at all what was happening? You're gonna forget her fully.
If the chain of memories comes apart, the links will still be there, right? So the memory of our promise will always be inside me somewhere.
What?
I'm sure.
Like, okay. I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes sense. Does it? I don't know anymore. This game made me. I just don't know anymore. This game just numbed my brain. If I'm honest, I just do not know. They will see each other later. Aww, that is cute. Say what you will.
A promise. Huh. Sora, some of your memories' links are deep in the shadows of your heart, and I won't be able to find them.
Oh, as it closes,
But
she
don't worry.
explains stuff.
You made another promise to someone who you could never replace. She is your light. The light within the darkness. Remember her, and all the memories lost in the shadows of your heart will come into the light.
Another promise.
Look at the good luck charm. I changed its shape when I changed your memory. But when you thought of her just once, it went back to the way it was.
And Sora is off to bed. He shall sleep forever. The end. Oh my god, all of our friends. There she is.
Kyrie!
He remembered! And
my friends. Nominate?
Don't worry. You might forget about me. But with our promise, I can come back.
A promise is a promise.
Yes. One day the light, it will be ours and it will bring us together. Till then, I'll be in your heart.
Right. Forgotten, but not lost.
oh my god, will we see her again? Well, who knows, because it's incredible. Right, so that is Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory. So yeah, let's actually talk about this. So as the credits roll, let's talk about what actually happened and the conclusion on this game. So Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memory is a game I enjoy. It is a game that the least interesting part of a game is the actual game, the gameplay. Even though the gameplay I think has a lot of promise and could have been expanded to different games and be improved on. In this game, it is very repetitive. It doesn't help that every single floor looks very similar because it's kind of the same layout with different textures. I do understand that this was a GBA game, so they didn't have as many options, and yeah, with a remake I presume they didn't want to put in that much resources to completely make every floor seem super new. But at the same time, I do feel that it could have been done better. The gameplay, as I say, I enjoy it to a point, but it gets boring after a while. And there's a reason why I wasn't showing you much of the actual gameplay here, just the story, because that is why you play this game. You go for those rooms just so you get to the story, because the story is actually very cool. I have to say that I would like to see this type of gameplay come back, because I do enjoy it, especially with the boss battles. I think that's where it shines the best. It is difficult because my brain just doesn't work that fast, and there's an improvement to this that potentially we could look at in the future, because there is kind of like a side story, or let's say second campaign, which is much shorter, so it'll be a shorter video, but it is actually much more fun to play. So who knows, we could look at this in the future. So yeah, that is the gameplay. And when it comes to the story, so the story is kind of interesting. They definitely made the story in a way that they can go back to all of the places and reuse assets from the previous game, which again, I have no problem with per se. I like the aspect of everyone losing memory and not being real, but this is where the Kingdom Hearts really goes bonkers, and I kind of get, now when people say that Kingdom Hearts is crazy, because, yeah, this story is just wild. So we go into a castle that apparently we were drawn to because of Naminé's or something like that, because of our connection to Kyrie. That's what I understand from it, and basically Naminé has manipulated with links of our memories, or chains of our memories, to be able to implant a fake stories or fake memories, so that we can have a closer connection to her, and then that she can crush our hearts, so we become an empty shell, so that Organization 13 can rebuild us and use our key blade wielding powers. That's what I understood from it anyway. It was a little bit crazy. This is where the Organization 13 begins, and it's kind of crazy to think that you could have bought Kingdom Hearts 2 and not know any of this, because I will just say this, Kingdom Hearts 2, all of these points are very, very important. The plot from this carries over to Kingdom Hearts 2. This is a direct sequel to Kingdom Hearts 1. It is not a spin-off, even though that's how it seems. Story-wise, it is a direct sequel. But yeah, This is interesting game, and I like it. I would say that this is one of my favorite games of all time. And I know it's crazy to think, because I wouldn't say show much gameplay, but I really, really enjoy it. And I would play it again, and I will play it again. I think that it's worth playing, even though lots of people won't be playing it. And if you liked what I did here, because again, this is, I kind of summarized the story. I wasn't going for beat by beat because it would take me like 7 hours to do this. I think my Let's Play took me in around of 20 hours with all the gameplay. So, you know, if you did like this and you like Kingdom Hearts, you can't escape this game because you can't just buy the games separately. You have to buy the collection, so you will have that game there. So, you know, who knows? I think you I think you should potentially play it if you enjoyed what you saw here and go a little bit more in depth with the story. But yeah, this is my deep dive into Kingdom Hearts RE Chain of Memories. Just to confuse you a little bit more, look at this ending in the epilogue. And this is why we love Kingdom Hearts. It's so confusing. Anyway, this is all. So if you like this long video and you got to the end, thank you so much. This was the longest videos I ever made, but will it be the longest I will ever make? We will see. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. Let me know what you think about Kingdom Hearts, because it is definitely a game and the franchise that I love so much. And I keep discovering more and more about it. I'm only on Kingdom Hearts 2, but I will get there in the end. And every single time I finish a game, my mind is blown. I love this franchise. Probably one of the most unique franchises out there. So yeah, let me know what you think about this. I also want to thank a few people, because in this video I have been using videos from Kingdom Hearts videos. So kh-vids.net, because they have all the cutscenes recorded there. Because when I was playing this originally, I wasn't recording any of the footage because I was just playing the game. So they saved me from having to redo the game again, which would just take me even longer than what I did here. Also, I want to thank Fry, which channels I used for the boss battles. Thank you for permission of allowing me to use that. So yeah, that also helped me not replaying the whole game again for this video, because I recently played. I didn't want to spend another 20 hours playing it again, because I want to get this video out. So thank you very much for allowing me to use your boss battles footage. It was awesome. It was definitely better than what I would have done, because it would take me like 20 hours to beat one boss, because some of the bosses do get a little bit hard. Also want to thank my girlfriend who got me into this franchise. I played all the games with her and I enjoy it so much. So thank you so much for getting me into it. Thank you for all the footage as well that you got for the rooms and everything, and for just helping out with my videos. You're awesome. You rock. Thank you. But yeah, if you like this kind of content, press the like button if you didn't. Share with your enemy, make them suffer as well for over 2 hours. And yeah, subscribe, like, and follow me on the social medias. And yeah, I shall see you next time. Bye.